you got it that far, if you slide it back just a fraction.
Well, another thing that you're really aiming for is to get it as far to the back as possible, because when you do put screws through here, you're looking at picking this panel up as well on the underside. So just to get it a bit further, you maybe try and persuade it over without dinting it on that underside.
Then you're going to want to return line roughly about an inch in from that edge. You're going to take your board, just put it on, and clamp that down.
When you're working on any major surface of the body that will be seen, make sure that when you put that surface face down on the floor or on a table, that there isn't any debris, nuts and bolts or swarf on that surface. Because it will easily mark or scratch the aluminium.
I can see there, there's all those screw holes there will pick up through that back panel there, which is a good thing. What you're aiming for, you've got a nice rounded curve there on the bend, and that's the first bend done. Okay, after completing the bend on your rear shroud, come to bending the rear panel. You've got 3 bends on each side for this section. And what you're going to do, you can bend it from there, from there, 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 and there. You'll notice there's 2 little tabs at the bottom. Those are a marker for you. So once you've marked them there, so once you've marked those points, what you're going to use is 2 pieces of flat steel for bending purposes. Put one from that point to that point. Beat that on the side. Then using 2 G-clamps, clamp them on. Once you've got that clamped on, proceed to bend it over. Not too far. Remove the steel. Then you can bend the rest by hand. Take a length of wood. Place it over there. Just tap that bit down a little bit first. And all this is going to do is give you a nice flat bend. That's that one. That gives you a nice flat bend. It's not the best ultimate bend in the world, but that's all you need to get with these steels. Now we're going to do the top one. 2 smaller pieces of steel. you know that the length of the fold that you're going to do, that's the length that you need to cut the piece of steel. It's also a good idea to make sure there's nothing underneath the panel sticking up, because it will dint the panel, because it's very soft material. That's the way to bend those.
Yeah.
So then you would proceed to do the same on all the other bends. Right, the next part on the rear panel that you're going to have to fold over is all these teeth, which are on both sides on the top there. So what we need to do is create a bend line for yourself, which you can see. Put this masking tape on the top. Well, on the bottom edge of these teeth, which will show you where to bend them to. So roll on the masking tape, so. It's a curve, so curve the tape around the edge of the teeth, bottom of the teeth. Line where to bend the tip. That's that. Then we've adapted these pliers slightly with 2 pieces of flat steel to give us a good surface to bend with. And what we're going to do is get these pliers, bend these teeth up like so to 90 degrees. So after bending all them, make sure they're all pretty much 90 degrees, then repeat the process on the other side. The next thing to do after bending all the teeth is to come onto the midsection of the rear panel to mark the centre of this 90 degree fold. So we'll mark the centre like that with a marker pen. We're using a marker pen just to show you clearly so you can see on the video. But what I suggest you should use is maybe a scriber or ballpoint pen, which is quite sufficient to write an element. You mark the centre, get your square, mark up the way like that, and then mark 2 inches or so up that way. Like that. The next thing that we're going to do is mark the centre of the rear shroud on the underside, like so. You mark the centre again with your tape measure, you mark it, then draw a line with the set square, straight across like that. Then what you need to do is get your 2 under shrouds, which is those 2 panels. They go either side, just there. You can see there's 2 holes there and 2 on that side, and they correspond with the 2 holes on the under shroud. Bolt those on with
from the underside. level. Just loosely.
Don't need to tighten them up, just loosely, like Paul just said.
Maybe peel off your plastic at the same time. Should come off quite easily. So peel back the plastic here on the lid.
But don't peel off your centre line.
You see we have just slightly overrun the centre line so you can remark it back onto the panel.